What's up, man?
Nothing much. Episode 9, ready to roll.
Woo, moving along. Tugging.
Yeah, we're almost into double digits.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Like just a few short weeks ago, it feels like we just started this, but it hasn't been actually because we're going on 9, right? So it's over 2 months.
Yeah.
How the hell does that work?
Yeah, I put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
Like Peter Griffin when he's doing all the math just to find out the answer was like 2.
Yeah.
Remember he's all like doing the chemistry and shit?
Yeah. 2.
He's in the lab with all the scientists.
Yeah, that shit's good.
All right.
That shit was good. So how's your week going?
It's going. Tired. Done with softball. The girls lost last night. They played good, but
That's a bummer.
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, no issues really. Nothing to complain about. So, but that's done. So now it's just practice. Whenever the free time is, and register for some fall ball, and then that's it, I guess.
Nice.
So, yeah. What about you?
It's been going pretty good. It's been kind of a weird week. Nothing major. Trying to get this pool going. Having a lot of fun with that. Yeah, I wanted to open the pool back at like the end of April because I was like, it's gonna get hot real quick here in Michigan, and it's gonna algae up real quick. So what happens at the beginning of May? They were just like 90 fucking degrees now, and it was like holy shit. And I uncovered the pool, and it was a fucking terrarium. Rather than a pool. Like, I was like, oh, man. So
ecosystem going?
Yeah, like its own habitat.
Damn it.
And here I come, like, genocide, fucking chemicals, like, just ruining whatever's living in their's lives. And
you're a Godzilla, dude.
yeah, I was. Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
And I'm just sitting there, just to the pool store, back. Having a pool in Michigan, because even after that, it was like 60 degrees. Mm-hmm. So then the water's cold. You had the water ready. Then it clouds up. Yeah, and then now it's 90 degrees again. And I'm like, having a pool in Michigan, if you live in Michigan, don't buy a pool. Make friends with someone that has a pool. And go swim in there. Let them handle it. Let them take care of you. If you have a pool in Michigan,
getting one so much.
Yeah, if you got a pool in Michigan, you're a fucking sucker. I'm sorry. It's a water habit. Like, you're just taking care of it, chemicals, making sure everything's balanced out. Kids go swimming in it, throws off everything. So then you got to take care of it again. You're vacuuming it, dude. Every time I go to open that pool, I just think to myself, all I got to do is go to the shed, get an axe, and put it right through the side, and it's over. My wife will be mad at me for a good, week or two. But it'll be all over. That's it. So, but nice, no, it's fun. The kids are enjoying it, but it's just, dude, pools suck. Like I said, don't buy a pool. Make friends with a person, even if you don't like them very much. Just make friends with a person that has a pool, swim in their pool, and then be done with it. You don't have to take care of it. You just go and ruin their pool, and they take care of it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but. Yeah, so I guess we should kind of tease the rundown. We kind of switched it up on what we were gonna talk about.
Yep.
So we're gonna start with the aliens in the backyard of that Texas family's house.
Las
That
Vegas,
had to be
wasn't
fun.
it? Las Vegas.
Was it Las Vegas? Excuse
Las
me.
Vegas,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're right. And then now we're gonna switch it up because we both saw The Flash. We'll review that later in the episode. But the 10-year slow death of the DCEU. And we'll talk about The Flash, and then we'll do a track-by-track review of Avenged Sevenfold's latest album, Life Is But a Dream. Now that I've had a chance to resonate in it and understand it, we'll give an honest review. I don't understand how people give reviews after a first listen.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, even when Nobody came out, I was skeptical at first. I was like, okay, this was different, And then after like 3 or 4 times hearing it on the radio, I was like, okay, you know what? This is actually a good jam. Now
Yeah.
that sucker
You almost
comes
gotta,
on,
yeah,
and
you
I
gotta
blare
like,
it, you know?
yeah, hell yeah. You
So,
gotta like marinate in it a little bit, and it's either gonna go one way or the other. Like, I'll never forget like when like Superman Returns came out. I thought it was the greatest movie ever. And now
oh,
I'm like,
God.
it's fucking boring as hell. Like, you know? So you just want to remove all bias and see, like, you know what? Yeah, there we go.
I agree.
So,
I agree, dude.
yeah. So, we're a little late to the party on that, but that is literally why. Wanted to wait and get a full thing on it. So I guess
Yeah,
we'll.
it's all good.
Yeah. And then about the Flash, about people worrying about spoilers. Brandon and I have talked, and what we're going to try and do, is add chapters to the podcast. So you'll be able to skip ahead instead of trying to,
Yeah.
you just click the button to skip ahead instead of trying to search or turning it off. That's even worse. We don't want you to do that. But we're going to start chapters within the videos. We'll probably go back and add them to the other videos if we can, for that reason. Other episodes, I should say. And we'll go from there. So don't worry about any spoilers unless, you don't give a damn.
I guess we can throw it out there.
Yeah, so
whatever.
We'll protect it. We don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody anyway. So, yeah. So I gotta ask you what we ask every question. Every question. Blech. Every
I'm
episode.
not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah. What you drinking?
I'm sorry, dude. I
Yeah.
just pictured Jim Carrey on Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
He's sitting there flicking his fingers.
Yeah. Evan's sitting there like, I don't know.
He's all laughing.
I like to do the cha-cha. Yeah.
That's my son's favorite part, dude. He cracks up at that.
Dude, that part is fantastic. That part
Okay.
is hilarious.
All right, we're good.
That was like the beginning of like Steve Carell.
Yeah, it was.
That's how nuts that
Pretty
is.
close, huh? Well, Anchorman.
Yeah.
Oh no, it might have been Bruce Almighty, huh?
Yeah,
We
yep.
were close to that time frame.
Because he was on the Daily Show,
Yeah,
and he was funny on that. And then he shows up on this Bruce Almighty, complete fucking dickhead, just a weasel. And that scene was so funny.
Oh god.
I don't know. I can't even do it. But that is a great scene. That's a good scene. But yeah, then he just took off.
Yeah, he did. That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I'm going back to Old Nation here. I got the Boss Tweed.
Oh God.
The Boss Tweed, everybody.
It was a fantastic beer.
IPA, double IPA. Just like the M43, it's like a whole series they have. It's like New Orthodox series. Boss Tweed is another beautiful New England IPA. So
Yeah.
that's what I grabbed today.
I'd probably put that. I'd put M43 as my number one, and I'd put Boss Tweed as number 1A. Right next to each other. Like,
Yeah.
those are good. Again, not another one you could drink all day.
No,
No.
one, maybe two, and then
I drank 4 in an hour, and I ended up with my pants down in a corner singing show tunes. Shit will wreck you.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's what I grabbed. What'd you grab?
Well, I have 2 drinks.
Oh.
Because I went camping 2 weeks ago, and I bought the Oberon
Dang.
variety pack, and I drank all the other ones. Cherry was okay. That was pretty good. The tropical one wasn't bad. And then they have this mean son of a bitch that we mentioned before, mango habanero pepper. So what I expect to happen is to have a drink of this and find it absolutely repulsive. Or I could be wrong.
I've heard nothing but good things, though.
I am the biggest pansy when it comes to hot stuff.
Oh, God.
I might as well find ketchup spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cayenne pepper?
Yeah, what's the kick on this meatloaf?
That's
ketchup.
tomatoes.
Oh. Yeah. No, I'm not that bad, but spicy stuff I don't do well. I never understand spicy stuff. I watched my friend um, eat sushi across from me. You know, we were eating sushi and he had
Yeah,
super spicy stuff, and I'm watching him tear up, and I'm like, how is that enjoyable for you?
dude,
What is fun about that?
I absolutely love spicy stuff, and
I like spice with flavor.
I will, knowing that, oh, I'm gonna pay for this. I know I'm gonna pay
Yeah.
for it, and then I accept it. Like, but I just love spicy. Ashley gets on me all the time. Like, don't you? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I know.
I have a big problem.
Yeah.
But dude, it. I don't know what it is either. We'll get
Oh.
Thai food, and I'm like, get hot. And she's
Yeah.
like, you get hot? I was like, yeah, I did. I got hot.
Yeah. Yep.
She's like,
I know.
okay, don't cry. I'm like, I
Yeah.
won't. I'm gonna be a big boy this time, and I'm not
Yeah.
crying.
I need some milk.
Yeah.
Miak.
All right,
You're
bud.
just scared
Well,
stupid. I'll let you pop yours.
cheers to you.
Cheers to you too.
Woo, I can smell it. Oh man.
All right.
Ugh.
Oh my. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a sip. But my second drink, by the way,
Oh yeah.
is just a Moscow Mule.
Oh.
Yeah. I just grabbed them. I was like, you know what? It's been a weird week. I'm just gonna if I don't like this, I'll just go a little bit of a stiffer drink. So here we go. Oberon mango habanero pepper. That's fucking delicious.
Really?
Wow.
That's all I heard.
The spice comes slow.
That's all I heard. Good stuff.
That
man.
is damn impressive. I don't even know what to say on that. The spice is still in my mouth, but it's nice, like a good. It's not.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, that's warm. Hmm.
I'm gonna check it out to see what.
Wow. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Honestly, that's really weird. It's just weird drinking a beer and it's got a spice, like a spice to it.
Mm.
It's enjoyable. I really thought I was going to be like, fuck this. I remember
You're all
a mutual
confused.
friend of ours, Joseph. Joseph, I think you were there. Remember his neighbor across the street? He's like, man, I got this beer from Mexico. It's spicy beer. I could have swore you were there. It was in a glass bottle.
I don't know.
And we opened it. And we all had a sip, but it was so spicy that it was like, why? Why? This one, very surprising. Very good. Would I seek it out? No. But when I drink the other three, yeah. Not
That's
bad.
something like when
Not
you're
bad at
you're
all.
at like the brewery or something, and you're just like, oh look, they got that special, like it's mango habanero. I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. Why not?
I would get it with a oh my god, what's the words escaping me right now? I'd get it with a flight. I'd try
Yeah.
it with a flight.
Yeah.
Like I'd just I'll grab that. Not bad. The spice
Cool.
though hangs
Cool.
hangs there for a little bit, but it's very minimal. It's definitely not habanero. Nice job, Oberon. Nice job. Proud of you with this one. I'm proud of you.
And I mean, I love Oberon, so I
Well,
would
nice job,
expect I'd,
Bells,
like,
I
no.
should say.
Yeah.
Good Oberon. Nice little twist. Cool.
coolness.
Fucking cool. So let's turn on some Mulder and Scully shit and aliens. So this story, I think it was a week ago, right?
Yep.
A week ago, a couple weeks ago, these cops responded to a couple calls from something shining in the sky, and it crashed, quote unquote. That's what was said. And then there was another call to where a family made a call, and they had a video. I believe there's a video on TikTok. We'll post it on Facebook. And they claimed there was like a 8 to 10 foot creature in their backyard. And I haven't been able to see it. People have sworn they've been able to see
Yeah, I
the
looked. I
creature.
can't see it either.
Yeah, it's like in front of the semi. I think it was a
Yeah.
semi truck. I can't see it.
You're all zoomed in on it. I'm still looking. I'm like, where?
Yeah, and that's the thing that's pissing me off. Like, you know what, asshole? Whether it's Sasquatch, aliens, hold the fucking camera still. Like, this is a once in a lifetime chance, and you're fucking the camera up. Like, like that's what made me think like, okay, whatever.
Sitting there with the camera, like so scared. Sorry if it's shaking, and his
yeah,
hands are going back and forth. No, why
yeah.
don't you
So
just run in there and just
yeah, so apparently,
a...
yeah. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm calling for an 8 to 10 foot being in my backyard, I am lock and fucking loading.
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm like
For sure.
I'm killing this thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like
I'm
not
gonna have the
be
evidence. Don't worry, it's gonna be here. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
live, but it's gonna be here.
It would be like that scene in Commando when Arnold's like weaponed out, like
Yeah.
I'd be loading up. Like yeah, no way, and I would not be that fucking calm.
I just thought of Expendables when that Duke him run around the corner and they're all standing there and they're just like,
Yeah,
it's like Stallone's like rest in pieces.
yeah, rest in pieces. Fantastic.
Uh,
So this is what the guy said. He said, "We just see in the corner of our eye something fall down from the sky, and it was with lights. And when it hit down, there was like a big impact, and we felt like an energy." One of the men explains on the 911 call, and then we hear like a lot of footsteps near us, and then we have like a big equipment. I believe this family was Mexican, so
I'm
it's
not
kind
sure.
of broken English. And we see there's like an 8 foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes, and it's looking at us, like very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes. So what do you think, Brandon? Is it bullshit? Is it? Do you think they're having a chance to become viral?
Get their 15 minutes.
Yeah, like is there a chance there was a meteorite? Sure.
So yeah, like the cop who responded to this, he's like, I'm not gonna BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so I'm kind of curious. And
Yeah.
he's like, it's weird just the fact that our partners saw the same thing that we seen at the exact same time. So,
Yeah.
could it have been? Have you seen the video? To me, it looks like a meteor because
Yeah.
I've seen meteors go, and lots of videos out there of them. Now, the fact that there's multiple people calling about this, that's
Right.
kind of interesting, and especially the one about like a sonic boom. Did you see the video of the guy saying there was a sonic boom?
No.
He's like, my whole house shook, and he was going on about all this stuff. And that guy wasn't Mexican or anything, so I mean, this could be a completely separate guy.
Yeah.
Now, literally today, NASA came out and said that was a meteor.
Okay.
So, is it a cover up though? Who knows?
Dude, who knows?
know?
I don't
They
even,
came out and they debunked it real quick.
I'm
So
not surprised anymore.
the cops are the interesting. Why would they have any reason to bullshit? Oh, okay, let's not get out of hand here. Okay.
Yeah. The
But-
cop here, it says, he's quoted, "I have butterflies, bro." The officer can be heard saying, "Everyone thought we had a shooting star, and these guys call and say they have aliens in their backyard."
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's interesting, it's I don't know, man.
It's crazy. I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't know. It could be a reach for fame, or it could, who knows? Where'd they go? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, the loud boom. Obviously, they hit the ground, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be some evidence of the ground being disrupted or a spaceship or something, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we got to go.
Yeah, or it's like what's that movie? A Quiet Place,
Oh, Jesus Christ,
where they
man.
came in on the meteor, and all of a sudden, boom! Just everything went there.
What a messed up.
What the hell
Do you
in a
imagine
handbasket?
living like that?
No,
I think I'd just rather get killed. Like, there's no
Dude,
way being
this
quiet.
generation, there's no fucking way they could.
No.
We are so overstimulated on what we used to be just 10 years ago. Constant headphones, screens, bright lights. and then just be like, all right, these things are attracted to sound, so we have to be absolutely quiet. No way. Teenage girls would have to go first because they can't turn off fucking Snapchat. So, like, it would just, there's no way. There'd be no
I'm
way
not
we
getting
would,
any
would
service. No
make it.
shit. The towers are down.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah. Everyone would just bitch. First of all, I don't even know how anyone would have, like, survival skills.
No. There'd be
Like,
a
hey,
few,
man, how do you start a fire?
individual.
I don't know. Fucking Google it.
Oh,
Yeah. Like,
my phone's dead.
yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. I'd be probably right there with you. Like, I'll just start fucking clapping now.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, the detail in movies. I saw a thing, like, with that movie. If you notice, when they're in the store, the only full shelves are potato chips. Because
Oh, no, I
potato
didn't.
chips are so loud.
Oh, because I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear you fucking
Interesting.
chewing, Steve. If I can hear you chewing, they can hear you chewing.
Just gonna let it soak up in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
Mm.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with that story. I have a feeling it's going to go away real quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure
think
more evidence or something's gonna come out.
Yeah, I think it's 15 minutes of fame type deal. That's about it.
Yeah.
So, shaky camera bullshit once again.
Of course.
So, we might as well nerd out a little bit. The 10 years of the DCEU has come to an end.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that what a fucking shaky road that was.
Well, technically, it's not done.
Right, because we got
Aquaman still.
yeah, Aquaman.
And I have some shitty ass news about that.
What's that?
They do they'll film it and then they'll show it to the select group of people to see what they get, gotten feedback. What is that called? I can't think of what it's called now.
Just test screenings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it failed 3 times.
Mm.
So they're like on their 4th time recording it now.
Wow.
Yeah. So So don't look for Aquaman being like amazing movie. Unfortunately, this is gonna be a
it's funny.
shitty thing.
We'll just touch on it when we get to Aquaman. Let's go down the the road. So you and I, living so far apart, I drove over to your neck of the woods, and we went and saw Man of Steel.
Yes, we did.
What was your thoughts on Man of Steel?
First time watching it, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
The man, dude, the origin story that they delivered was awesome. Like that, the first beginning scenes.
On Krypton?
Krypton.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like I remember sitting there in the theater, like, whoa! I was like, we're there. We were right next to him. I'm like, oh my God! It's like this is crazy.
Krypton was wild.
Yeah, that was such a amazing, like, moving scene. Like I was floored, man. They did an all right job with like as an origin story, but I felt like it kind of fell apart when General Zod came along. I don't know about you. Yeah. So I don't know.
I think it fell apart. It's really started losing it for me. I was so excited that Kevin Costner was Jonathan Kent.
Mm-hmm.
His choices on like even considering letting the kids die on the bus.
I know,
dude. And the suicide by tornado. I was like, how fucking stupid. Like, I thought that was a horrible way for him to go, like, stopping him. And I was like, that
just sits there.
Yeah, I was like, that was fucking lame. Like, I thought that was a bad choice by Zack Snyder. And then I remember reading a review, like, how weird, like, the Codex thing was weird. It was a weird take. But I thought it was cool. I thought, honestly, I'm on the other side. I thought Zod was really good. I thought he had a different take. Like, he didn't want to just show up and just rule the world. Like, he wanted to rebuild his culture, but he was so pissed off at Kal-El and Jor-El that he was like, nah, I'm going to do it on Earth out of spite, instead of, like, just going to Venus. and being cool with it and terraforming that planet and just avoiding all this, you know. But he was such a dick. Like everyone's like, yo, just let him. You know, he just wants his people to live. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna kill everybody. You know, he's gonna kill the whole human race. You know, and then the controversy. There was a lot of controversy. I never had an issue with it with Superman ending up killing Zod. You know, like snapping his neck, and there were just a lot of things like the destruction. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that was a big that was part of my issue. You know, like, dude, you just wiped out the entire city of New York. Just
It was like remember Team America World Police at the beginning when they claim they saved Paris, but it's all fucking destroyed anyway.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it was like to save the world and everything, but I thought it was a good start off. I was like, yeah, that was a solid movie.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill is fantastic as Superman.
Absolutely.
And everything else was solid. I was like, this is a good start. We're on the right direction. We didn't even know it was going to be a shared universe yet. All we knew was we saw Wayne on the satellite, and that was like the only thing we had. So
I'm pretty sure 90% of people didn't catch it either.
Right.
They weren't paying attention.
So then the next movie comes, and there was a lot of concern with this because everyone was like, you're moving too fast, guys.
Yeah.
You're trying to catch Marvel at an unrealistic speed, and that was Batman. It starts off with the name. The name's weird itself. Not Batman vs. Superman. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. And they get Ben Affleck for Batman, which I fucking loved. I was like, yes. Dude, the dude's got the chin. He was a good director. He's a good actor. He's in a lot of shitty movies. But he was in a lot of good movies too. You know, like he's good. Like I don't know why he was getting so much shit, but anyway, but then they get Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, and it does not fucking work. I mean, he represented the teeny millennial. I'm sorry. It was way too. He was fucking annoying to me. He annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah, I didn't care for him.
Yeah, he had some sinister points, that it was like, okay, there's a little bit of the Lex I like, but he was too just,
yeah.
Well,
he tried too hard there. He did.
I felt like he did too.
Way too hard, and I feel like characters like that. Well, and it always goes back to Heath Ledger's character, Joker. Yeah. Like, he did such a great job. I want to be known, for be Lex Luthor and stuff, But it's hard to be great,
Yeah.
And you try too hard, it looks like crap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he didn't feel organic at all, and what's even more ridiculous is when I left the theater, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't necessarily like satisfied either. I was like, this could have been better. And then the Ultimate Edition comes out on DVD, and the movie is like tenfolds better, like insanely better.
Yeah.
But it still misses a lot. I don't like the design for Doomsday at all. I thought they could have made him a lot, much better. I thought it was kind of cool, like they used Zod's body for it. It made sense. There was a lot of callbacks to oh my gosh, what was that comic? That's gonna drive me nuts. I'll think of it later. But like Superman gets nuked in the sky and he's all zombified, floating there. Like that was cool. There was a lot of fan service for it, but one of the best Batman fight scenes ever in the warehouse.
Oh yeah, that was good.
What a fucking ass whooping that was. That was fantastic.
Damn.
Yeah, but
damn.
What I felt like, and I remember reading a Warner. There was someone from Warner Brothers come out, and they're like, "We're kind of concerned because there's too much story. There's a lot of story." That's exactly what it was. There wasn't a lot of action. It was just story.
They did, yeah. They built it up, right?
Yeah, it's building.
And that's part of my thought about what failed in this movie was they didn't illustrate the superheroes as heroes.
Yeah, that's what Zack
They,
Snyder really went
you know,
for.
and they just ruined the potential of a powerful story. They really did, and
They should have
hey,
released the Ultimate Edition
yeah.
from the get go. I think it
Oh,
would
the
have been
extended
more.
cut, that
Yeah,
was that was good. I mean,
yeah.
it was a lot better than the theatrical cut, but
It was much better. A lot of it made more sense.
mhm.
Cause yeah, but
One thing.
anyway,
There's a couple things though that like plot. You know, like why? How could Wayne dream? How can he see the future? You know how he was like
well
they never
apparently
explained that. That was
that
kind of
yeah
like
they were gonna try they were gonna go for that because that's what it was. You know what was interesting is I was talking to someone and they're like that was a dream and I said no it wasn't because if you notice when Bruce Wayne wakes up the papers are floating in
yeah.
the air
So it was like
still.
just did you go back in time? Like what?
Yeah, it was the Flash coming back through
And
time to warn
and
him,
yeah,
but
for
he
everyone who don't know, that was actually when Flash was supposed to come out, wasn't it? Like 2013 or 14ish
um
or something like that. I
I
remember
think
reading something. It was a long time ago.
BVS was 2016. I think it was 2017.
Okay,
The Flash was supposed to come out,
it never did.
and we'll say now that we're wrapping up Batman vs Superman, Batman v Super, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
V.
It didn't do well enough for Warner's to be excited. It never reached a
No,
billion,
no.
but it was up there, and they should have fucking been a little more patient because
Yeah,
now is where everything gets real rocky. Suicide Squad 2016, David Ayers, Suicide Squad. I'll let you roll first.
I love the cast.
Mm-hmm.
The movie sucked. no, they. I mean, yeah. Margot Robbie. Everyone got to see her first
She
look
was
at
great.
Harley Quinn, and she rocked it. The
Yeah,
sound was good. It sounded just like her, and I mean, she looked just like her, And
yeah.
Will Smith, great
I
shot
thought he
or
did a good job.
great job, and crap storyline. I didn't care for it. The characters are labeled bad their whole life. Why the hell would they want to be good all of a sudden? Huh?
Yeah,
You're gonna save people and kill these bad guys. Like
yeah
they
for their freedom, but
but are they gonna get free? They're
yeah,
all doing life sentences, right?
dude,
So come
Viola
on.
Davis was awesome as
Yeah,
Amanda
Amanda
Waller.
Waller. Yeah,
Woo,
she did a
she
good
was
job,
good.
and she's continuing doing a good job.
Yeah, and like I said,
But
Will Smith, he did fine. He did a good dead shot.
yeah, he
Um,
actually that part when he was like looking at the guns and stuff, and he's like, you gonna let me shoot these?"
yeah,
you know, and that guard gave him a hard time, and she was like, do 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 do
yeah,
do 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 do. I was like, damn, that was sweet.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like when he kept shooting the one spot and it
yeah,
started melting
same. Just
through.
keyhold it every single time.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff. Apparently, here's another fucking movie. There's an Ayer cut, and it's completely different. It's a
I
much
haven't
darker
seen that
tone.
one. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have to check that out.
There's a darker tone to it. Um, apparently, the Joker is much better because the Joker fucking
Man,
missed on this one. God,
I
did Jared
can't
Leto miss
do
so
Jared
bad?
Leto. I can't.
Hunga hunga. I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, ugh.
Yeah,
There's not a
just
scene in there. There's one scene to where I was like, yo, that's Joker. And that's when the helicopter turns around and he's got the AK-47. He's
yep,
like, oh, and it's just shooting. I was like, oh, there we go. That's
yeah.
cool.
And everything else, it was just like, I gotta get Puddin back.
Yeah, sure.
Like that's all he talks about. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, that is not the Joker. That is not
No.
him at all, man.
It was a big miss. And
Uh,
then, like, you know, I kind of get what he was going. He like urbanized the Joker, but I think he missed
oh
on
yeah,
that
and we talked
so
about it, right? He
bad.
has tattoos all over the place. He's no shirt on half the day. It's like, dude, this ain't the Joker, man.
Yeah, and it sucked too because the backstory. You know, he had a grill. And the
Yep.
story was Batman fought the Joker in a burning Wayne mansion, and Batman's so pissed off at him for killing Robin, he blows his fucking teeth out and just beats the
Damn.
living hell out of him. That's how he ends up in Arkham anyway.
Mm.
but we never got to see it. We never got to see
No.
it. All we got is someone talking about Ayers talking
Yeah.
about it, and it's like missed opportunity again. Here we are
Yeah.
again. We are 2 movies in after the beginning, 3 movies in, 2 movies after the beginning. We're already getting
Yeah.
missed opportunities. So
I don't think they actually really explained why they needed a Suicide Squad. They went after all these people that were in jail. Why don't you
yeah,
try to recruit actual vigilantes that are out there? Green Arrow, Red Hood,
yeah,
Catwoman, the Huntress, like people like that. Why didn't they go after them? They all
yeah,
killed. You know, why
yeah.
not?
They just it was a weird spot for that movie to come out.
Yeah,
Captain
I know
Boomerang
they're
was
going off
cool.
the comics, so
Yeah,
yeah,
Captain Boomerang I thought was cool.
yeah,
The
he did a good
big
job.
the big fucking, and this is another one in the Ayer cut, that big Egyptian dude that she summons, her brother, that was supposed to
Oh,
be
El
Steppenwolf
Diablo.
from Justice League.
Yeah. Oh, that guy. Okay.
No, no, El
Really?
Diablo was, he
I
would
thought you
have
talked
fought
about El
Steppenwolf.
Diablo.
Yeah, there's actually a
He
picture.
fought him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's actually a picture of Steppenwolf that David Ayers released in that
Wow.
final scene. Yeah, and it's just
No way.
another fucking missed opportunity. So, Suicide Squad, I'd have given that one like I think that was where the wheels really started to rock off the track. Like,
Mhm.
oh shit, this is
I was so excited for that movie too. I was
D-
like, cool.
yeah, it looked cool.
Nope.
So then
But
they start. Then they get some ground. Wonder Woman 2017. I thought it
rocked
was
it.
great. I
I did
thought it
too.
was great. The ending was great. I thought the whole movie, the introduction to Wonder Woman when she comes into the on the battlefield, like dude, I was like, that is what I'm talking about. She's like
Yeah.
taking gunfire. It's an inspirational scene. There's heartbreak
Yes.
at the end. That was brutal. The way they edited that, like she couldn't hear Steve, and then he
Mm,
dies, and then she just all of a sudden like remembers it, and I'm like, man, what a gut punch that was.
I
Gal
know.
Gadot does a great job.
Yeah. She's
I thought everyone,
some of the best casting in the entire superhero genre. Like she
yeah,
nailed Wonder Woman.
a
Oh,
lot of
so
people
and
didn't like
she's
her at first
smoking
because she
hot.
wasn't
So
big enough or whatever. It's like, come on, guys, relax.
I
But
think she did completely fine.
yeah, I thought she did. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah.
I would honestly give Wonder Woman. I
I,
think that's one of the top movies in the
be
DCU, and
definitely in the top three.
I thought they figured it out by then. I was like, they got it. Now we're on the right track, and we didn't even mention Wonder Woman was introduced in Batman v Superman,
That
and
was
that was a great introduction.
yeah.
Remember, Doomsday was
Everyone
about to
already
blow
knew.
Batman's ass.
Yeah.
What's that?
I was like, everyone already knew, like she was in it
Mm-hmm.
too. So kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, here she comes, here she comes.
yeah.
That's such a cool scene.
So, feeling good after Wonder Woman. And then this fucking happens. Justice League 2017. So
Is
Zack
this
Snyder
in-
gets
Ugh,
Zack Snyder
God.
gets fired or quits. He has that tragedy with his daughter
I think he
Autumn.
quits.
Yeah, well, they said he quit. I think he was pushed out. I think Warner Brothers pushed him out, used that to push him away. I don't know. But the opening scene, I knew we were fucked. When I saw Superman's mouth, I couldn't believe.
Oh, the CGI.
Yes, dude, I couldn't believe. I'm gonna bring back Team America. Team America World Police. When
Oh, like,
the movie
why does that
opens
look
up
weird?
and it's a horrible puppet, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys fucking tricked us. This is gonna be awful. And it turns out
Yeah.
it was a puppet holding a puppet. That scene,
Yeah.
dude, I stared. I said, there's no goddamn way. This is the first Justice League movie ever, and Henry Cavill's mouth looks like it's fucked. Like, doesn't
Yeah.
even look like a human. I'm like,
Yeah.
no way did they fucking
By far
put
one of
this
the most
in.
mocked scenes in the entire like superhero genre,
Oh,
man.
the memes everywhere. Like, how does Henry Cavill sit there at the premiere and not just sink in his fucking chair when they
He's
show
probably
that
like,
scene?
damn it, damn
Yeah.
it. Damn it, dude. Is it? You know,
And
and it came down to. I don't know if it was he didn't want to shave or
he
another
couldn't.
movie. Another movie
Yeah,
was that.
it
Yeah.
was
Okay.
Mission Impossible, and it was
Okay.
in his contract that he couldn't shave. But with Joss
Yeah.
Whedon, whatever the fuck that idiot's name is,
Mm.
um, wanted to do reshoots, and I was sitting there like, okay, they're gonna CGI his mouth like in a scene or two, because how many reshoots are possibly needed? Zack Snyder was almost done with Justice League, whatever. The whole fucking movie, Justice League 2017, his mouth is fucked, and I'm like watching. They're even zooming in on it, and I'm like, dude, oh my god, oh, like I was like, it was disgusting.
Out of
How
all the
bad,
movies, you needed
dude?
this one to take off.
When he's in the fucking field holding Lois Lane, and he smiles at her, and
Uh,
it looks like a fucking tarantula is crawling out of his face.
oh my god,
I was
dude.
like, dude, this is unreal. Like, I've been waiting my whole life for a Justice League movie, and this was the beginning of Henry Cavill getting
You
fucked
shit on
by
it.
DC, just fucked. So Steppenwolf looks terrible. The story is just flat as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's red at the end.
Should have been so much better.
The Flash is
So much
annoying.
better.
There's weird scenes with the Flash putting fucking Wonder Woman in missionary position. I'll let you go. I've gone enough on this movie. I'll let you have your take on it.
No, I mean you've said a lot of it, man. Um, it was a short film. It was only under 2 hours. I mean, movie like this, you needed it to be a showstopper. You needed a blockbuster. You needed it to be this. And
Yeah, you're trying to catch up. You've already made a bad choice trying to catch up to Marvel.
horrible. That was the big issue. I think they are trying to take off and
Yeah,
catch up.
yeah.
Well, Marvel did it right, dude, and they
They stayed
they
patient.
they did all the solo films first before they made the
Right.
Avengers and shit.
Yeah.
But,
So
still, they the CGI thing. I know it's a little thing, but dude, you guys are $1 billion company,
yeah.
and you can't have someone CGI, no mustache. Seriously,
There was a
that's what you come up with.
there's a
Puffer
YouTube
fish
video.
face.
There's a YouTube video where like an amateur did it, and it was much better.
I know it's like I know it couldn't be that much. It might have been like something like, oh, we gotta do better than this. Like, people aren't gonna notice. They're gonna be wanting to see the Justice League,
No.
No, we noticed.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was when everything. I mean, from the success of Wonder Woman, I felt like the carpet was pulled out from underneath, and it was just a fucking disaster until Aquaman 2018.
Probably the next top 3 in the top 3.
It made $1 billion, and the one thing
Dude.
I had an issue with this movie was after it, I was like, where do you go from here? This was such a colossal movie. How do you make the sequel bigger? That's the formula, right? The sequel's always bigger.
Yeah.
You go bigger. Terminator to Terminator 2. Every movie goes bigger. And I'm like, dude, there was an all-out fucking war. And it was just insanity. They went across the world. And where do you go from there? You know what I mean? Like, where do you go? But it was awesome. It was visually stunning. The colors were incredible. The fight scenes were absolutely
That was
brutal.
cool.
Black Man,
That was
Yeah.
cool.
Black Manta looked
Yeah, they nailed Black
incredible,
Mantis,
completely
too.
comic book accurate. Dude, he was so cool looking. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Stuck with the
So
big
cool.
helmet and all.
Black Manta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one problem
you're
I had
sitting there
with
like, oh.
Aquaman.
What's that?
Oh, you good? The problems with the CGI, the hair. Did you ever see that? So the
I'll have to revisit
hair
that one. I'm not sure.
where the hair starts and where the CGI started, you could tell the difference. So that's why a
Obvious.
lot of the characters were wearing crowns or headdresses because they could
Oh, no
not
shit.
fix that little bit of gap. So there's some scenes where Arthur's in the water and you can see it, but it's not a big deal.
Oh man.
But again, you got all this money, and you're come
Yeah.
on, man, fix the damn shit.
Yep.
But that was it. I mean, Jason
Yep. So it
Momoa
made
did
it.
a
Yeah.
phenomenal job.
Yeah. I thought he
Yeah, I
did a
liked
really good
it.
job. Nicole
I loved
Kidman
it.
did a great job. I thought it was a solid movie.
Hmm.
Um, and then
Yeah,
Shazam comes out. Not bad.
another good one.
Um, yeah, it was a good one. It was more, I call it, it was a little more Pixar than everything else. It was more
Yeah,
kid friendly, family
kid
friendly.
friendly. Yeah, yeah, for
Um,
sure.
yeah, but it wasn't bad. One, I guess the biggest issue I would have is when he is Shazam, I would say he's a little too kiddish. You know, in the
Yeah, he
comics,
had
he's
lots of
not as
humor.
he's
Hmm.
actually a hero, a man.
Mm.
But it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me that much. Yeah, I said whatever.
No.
They went in that direction. What I thought was going to happen was I was like, okay, he's young. Now they can grow it and get darker with as he gets older, kind of like Harry Potter did. Those movies got fucking dark
Okay.
as they went on. I thought they were going to do
Oh yeah, they
that.
did.
Yeah. And I was like, not bad. It wasn't bad. Would I seek it out? No, but if it's on, I'll watch it. I thought it was a solid movie. Played it safe, maybe I'd
Yeah,
say.
I agree.
And
But
then
yeah, I was okay with that movie.
2020, Birds of Prey comes out. I'll be honest, I didn't have much interest in seeing this one. This is when I feel like DC started breaking away, and for some reason just wanted to go Harley Quinn heavy.
Hmm.
I don't know if they wanted to
Well, I
capitalize.
think Margot Robbie was such a big actress that
Exactly.
that's the only reason they wanted to, hit it hard. And then yeah, she made Harley
Right.
Quinn her own character again, like she has done. So
Yeah.
it it was a
I would
good
only assume
movie,
like she was a
funny,
pretty
nonstop action, kind of all over the
okay.
place a little bit, to be
Yeah.
honest. But Margaret Robbie steals the show again. So it was a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I didn't. I don't know if I'm making a mistake not seeing it. I didn't really have a ton of interest. So,
Okay.
oh, the Wonder Woman 1984. What a fucking
Uh,
piece of shit. I was fucking
Again,
stunned.
another
Stunned.
movie all over the place. It was a
All
mess.
over. I remember Patty Jenkins saying she didn't want Wonder Woman to have her sword. And I was like,
Mm,
here we go. We're going to fuck this one up. It was a nightmare. I thought it was horrible. The CGI was a fuck awful. I
yeah.
was I was stunned at that. I thought Cheetah looked awful. And I was bummed because I was like, Kristen Wiig, she could do that. She'll pull that off. The story was terrible. I was seriously, I was like, are we really gonna get another Be Careful What You Wish For movie? Like this is it. Here we go. And there it is. And Wonder
Yeah.
Woman's banging this dude who she's visualizing as Steve. So this dude's banging Wonder Woman and has no idea he's doing it. I was appalled. Like I couldn't believe how bad that movie was, and the opening scene made me think of Superman 3 and how campy it was. Like she might as well have fucking winked
Okay.
at the camera. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, it
And
was like a
it
fucking
was
Mentos commercial.
terrible fucking screenwriting. There's nothing to
I was
say about it, really. I mean,
so disappointed. I was so disappointed. The cast, it was through the roof. Like
yeah.
Pedro Pascal, dude, what more can you add? Like, cool,
Yeah.
solid cast. What a dog shit of a
He
movie.
played the oil tycoon or whoever,
Whatever. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just so.
Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, they did an excellent job again, but I feel like the writing was
The
just
writing was
crap.
awful. It was
Just like, where are you
awful.
going with this?
Yeah, it was a terrible
You know,
direction to
and
go
I
with
didn't
Wonder
care
Woman.
for how Chris Pine took the guy's like his soul,
Yeah, he took his
into the other
body as a
guy. Yeah,
vehicle.
that was kind of weird.
Yeah,
I
And
don't
Wonder
know.
Woman knew, and she banged him
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I don't know. It was just weird. I didn't care for that.
It was a shit movie. I was really disappointed. I was
And I
really
was so
disappointed.
excited because the first one did so good,
Yeah,
and then it's like, cool. Here comes the second one. We're gonna nail it, right?
yeah. The trailer
Nope.
looked cool. You know, they had the invisible jet. Like I was like, all right, we're gonna get
Yeah,
rolling with this. This is gonna be cool. And
yeah. It just tanked
what a
again.
whiff, dude. That was actually I struggled. I was like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I gotta watch the whole thing. I fucking struggled so hard through that. It was just that sequel whiffed, and it whiffed
Yeah,
bad.
I agree. I agree, dude.
Yeah. So just when all hope is lost, the best and worst thing happens. Zack Snyder gets a chance to release his Justice League. I sat there. I was like, "There's no way this movie could be that different." Like, how in the
I
world
know.
is
I
it
thought the
4
same thing.
hours? 30 seconds in, I'm like, "Holy shit, we're gonna get a whole new fucking movie, aren't we?"
Dude,
In
I think it was you. I didn't watch it right away, and I'm almost positive it was you. You're like, dude, you have to watch it.
yeah,
So I
it
did.
was me.
Me and the kids sat down. And I was like, get ready, guys. This is a 4 hour movie.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
And I was like stunned at how
So
different it was.
so much
Oh,
superior, insane. I was sitting there. I'm like, this is the movie they didn't want to fucking release.
I know, right?
That was when I was like, Warner Brothers has no clue what the fuck they're
No,
doing
no, not at all.
at
Not
all.
at
And it
all.
was 4 years in the making. I mean, people were pounding, release the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut. Warner Brothers says it doesn't exist. Zack Snyder posts pictures of the reels saying, motherfucker, they do exist. So they what? They gave him $80 million to finish it up. He shot a scene in his driveway with CGI that was better than the Flash. We'll get to that in a fucking second. And improved the Joker because the Joker shows back up in it.
Yeah,
Improved him tenfold. Like,
looks great.
yeah.
He's
Lex,
psychotic. He looks great.
it was the movie. I was stuck. Steppenwolf's design is completely different and
Oh,
it's beautiful.
his armor was
Yeah,
awesome.
we get Darkseid.
Yes.
Everything is far superior. It's nuts how much better this movie was. And what's even cooler is when the amount of time, the time stamp when Superman dies in Batman vs Superman, that time stamp in Justice League is when he's resurrected. So he
No
dies and
way.
resurrects same time. Yeah, and it was surprising. It was insane how much better that movie was, but it was the beginning of one of the biggest. I was all for, like, give it back to Zach. You have to give it
Mm,
back to Zach. You got to do it. Everything is in fucking shambles right now after, you know, it's 2018 since Aquaman came out. They haven't released anything that's like ground shattering. Justice League this Justice League never made it to the theaters, so there's no box office for it.
no.
It produced one of the most, and sorry guys, toxic fandoms. It created such a division between,
No. Big time divide.
yes, like to the point it was like toxic. It was not fun anymore. Um, Even I was saying like, dude, you got to restore the Snyderverse. You have to do it now. Let them finish it, and then a few years later, just do what you need to do. Um, and then yeah, we'll get to what happened next. So, pandemic continues along, and the Suicide Squad,
The
not
Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad, the Suicide Squad gets released, and James Gunn made this one, and I'll let you take this one over on what you think.
This is what the first one should have been
Yes,
because they nailed everything. And I was so upset. Like I was like, dude, this one's a lot better.
far superior again.
It is. And I mean, the action scenes were awesome. It still had the humor in it with Peacemaker and the other, the Weasel. God,
Yeah,
I remember my son like looking at me like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's Weasel."
yeah, yeah.
What? you know, but no, they did a
I
Way better job.
I love how James Gunn brought in the team at the beginning, and you're like, all right, this is the Suicide Squad, and they get fucking smoked.
Yeah, right off the
Smoked.
bat.
Pete Davidson's character's like, hey guys, it's me, I
Yeah.
got it. Face blown the fuck off. The weasel's already drowned. The
Yeah.
guy,
That was the best part.
yeah, fucking the detachable arm guy. I can't. I don't know his name.
Oh my god.
He's fucking slapping the guys and shit, and then he
Yeah.
just starts shooting his arms, and he's screaming on the beach.
Oh,
Javelin's fucking dead.
smoked.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
dead. He can't even give his like speech to Harley Quinn when he hands it over.
Yeah.
Like Rick Flag's just like, what the fuck? Like just getting smoked.
ambushed,
Everyone's
dude.
fucking dead. And come to find out, on the other side of the island, the real team, the real Suicide Squad, is coming onto the land.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit, you got me there, James. What James Gunn does, and I know a lot of people aren't a fan of him, but what he masters is literally like Peacemaker. Looks fucking ridiculous. That is the most ridiculous costume. Like, I couldn't imagine looking at a comic and going, I'm gonna bring this to the big screen and make it look just like the comic, and make it work. And
He
it
did.
does.
And they nailed it.
Polka Dot Man.
Okay.
If
That's all
you
you
would
can
have
do.
gone to me 10 years ago and go, dude, Polka Dot Man is fucking sweet, I'd be like, you're out of your fucking mind. Like, you're out of your mind. And turns out he was awesome. Like, he was cool as hell. They did a fantastic job. I was blown away.
CGI was good.
Yeah. The big
was-
fucking starfish, Starro, whatever it was, like, that
Starro,
was
yeah.
cool. I mean, there was heart in it. They did a great job. I was very pleased with it. Yeah, there's a lot of hate towards James Gunn, for I could say probably some valid reasons. But I thought he did a good job. I thought the Suicide Squad was one of the higher points
Oh, for sure.
of the DCEU.
Yeah. Still kept Harley Quinn in it, so that was a good one.
Yeah.
She's
So,
awesome again.
and the next movie that comes out, they released it, the Peacemaker show, which that was cool.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. But the next,
Dude, I laughed my fucking ass off. I just want to bring up one thing.
yeah,
The beginning when he just gets done with his exam and he's like, all right, you're free to go. And he goes out and he's talking to the janitor in the hallway.
yeah,
And he's like, dude, I'm a superhero. He goes, what superhero? He's like, Peacemaker. He goes, yeah, no fucking superhero.
yeah,
You know? And he goes, yeah, dude. He's like, Aquaman's a superhero. He goes, no, Aquaman fucking sucks, man.
yeah.
He goes, hey, fuck girls, good on you. Fuck guys, no problem. But fucking fish? That's not cool. And he goes, Aquaman don't fuck fish. He's like, dude, yeah, I got a friend at the aquarium, and he said he pays $50 and goes in the back and fucks a sturgeon. Dude, I couldn't stop laughing, man.
That shit's good.
Oh,
That
but
shit is
the
good.
comedy in Peacemaker, if anyone hasn't seen it, dude, go watch it, dude. It's funny as hell.
I love
dude.
how he's
just-
explaining to that chick how he had an epiphany while he was all up in her pussy back there.
He's like, but when I was really hitting it from the back,
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
yeah. As she's grabbing a kitchen knife to take care of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's actually good. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was solid. Yeah, and then Black Adam, a year
Yep.
that was like what,
And I was
14, 15
super
years in the making?
excited about this.
Yes, bombed like a motherfucker. Bombed. Another movie that. Dude, I don't know why people had an issue with it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was solid. The kid on the skateboard, I was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Hawkman was fucking amazing. Dr. Fate was
Did a
incredible.
really cool job. Really good.
Oh my god, Pierce Brosnan was
awesome.
amazing in it. I thought, I wish there was more, because I think Dr. Fate is one of the coolest characters out there.
Yeah. He was cool.
Finally got to see him on the big screen, and I thought the action was good. The fights were cool.
Yeah. That was all cool.
It was solid. It was just, they got to the end, and it was just another what DC has a thing of doing, is just having a big bad CGI villain at the end, It just seems like their formula, and there it was again. But I thought it was cool. Like, dude, when Black Adam ripped the fucker in half, I was like, God damn.
Okay.
Like, jeez, that was brutal. But I thought it was a solid movie. And then the toxicity rises.
Mm.
Henry Cavill makes his return as Superman.
Yeah.
Fuck
And
yes, I was.
it was like shortly after that, it was
Mhm.
released that they weren't going to be continuing anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
why
what
you do
happened?
this shit to us?
What happened is he was in the final scene. I'll never forget it. I woke up for work, and I go on Facebook, and Henry Cavill had released his message like, I just talked to Peter and James, and it's sad news. And I was like, no. And no, I was like, no way, no way. And I'm looking around to confirm it, and it turned out they're not gonna continue the DCEU or they're not gonna continue Superman with Henry
DCEU.
Cavill because they want to restart the universe, reboot it, and they're gonna have a younger Superman. And Henry Cavill, I think, is approaching 40 or is 40. I don't know.
It's a good
And
40.
dude, I like my gut like sunk. I was like, really? Like, this guy has gone through so much shit. He doesn't have a fucking sequel. He was CGI'd in Justice League so poorly. They couldn't even cameo him properly in the Peacemaker series at the end.
I know, right? He was just floating there.
Yeah. And then even in the Flash, which we'll get to, nothing spoiler-ish, but nothing again. You see him fly around a volcano for
CGI.
a sec. Nothing. And I'm like, dude, this guy cannot catch a fucking break. Like, this is ridiculous. How does Man of Steel not get a sequel, but Wonder Woman gets a sequel that was fucking dog shit, and a Birds of Prey movie comes out after the Suicide Squad. There's 2 Suicide Squad movies. There's another Shazam movie. I was like, let alone not even having
They slacked
Ben
on
Affleck's Batman. What the fuck are you guys doing?
They slacked on it.
All the horrible decisions that DC and Warner Brothers made was a disaster. And so now, following all this stuff, people are pissed off because now James Gunn is taking over. Zack Snyder's DCEU is destroyed. Finally, I mean, it was destroyed in 2017. It's 2022. People want it back, and it's the toxicity of these fans are so through the roof right now. Shazam comes out next. It bombs. Absolutely
Crap.
bombs. Worse than Black Adam. Bombs. People say, yeah, it was enjoyable, but it's forgetful.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was a mailed-in movie, and I haven't
Low
seen
quality humor. It fits like the rest of the disappointed DC movies.
Yeah. So now, like, DC is just like hobbling towards the end. It's been fucking destroyed for a while if you look at it. I would say after Wonder Woman in 2017, they had peaks with Aquaman and Justice League, and the Suicide Squad. But the problem is Zack Snyder's Justice League and the Suicide Squad never saw a box office. They never saw the cinema because of the pandemic. What those would have earned, I don't know. But so now we're hobbling to the end, and The Flash came out.
This is like one of my most anticipated movies I've wanted to see.
We talked
so long.
about it in our second episode.
Love The Flash growing up.
Yep.
I was so excited. Before everything started, when Ezra Miller did Justice League, and I thought, oh, he's going to be an okay Flash.
It was okay.
This is going to be okay. And then the movie came out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about The Flash right now. We're gonna put like I said earlier, we're gonna splice it. You can skip to the next chapter, and if you decide to sign off from here, have a good one, and we'll talk to you next week. But The Flash, Brandon, go ahead with your thoughts.
Man, dude, it was good, but I feel like because of Miller's bullshit, it ruined it for me. It had good moments. Horrible CGI again.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you not put money into CGI? Like, it's your Bill and Dell industry again. They had the movie. I don't
Honestly,
know, man.
I think they kept this movie in their back pocket to see how everything performed after Justice League 2017 because they could always use this movie to reset it and have it make sense.
That could have worked
You know,
with all the timelines and shit.
yeah. Then, like you said, the Ezra Miller shit. I mean, he had some instances where he was drunk, did some dumb shit at a bar. Been there, and then it got real fucking weird. When what was the story? Like he was found at a family farm, and
Yeah,
he had a mom and a
this is
child with him. There
some
were just drugs and guns everywhere. Like
this is some bullshit.
real weird shit. And
I thought it was fake at first.
yeah,
When everything's coming out,
yeah,
it's like, what the hell? That's like that don't even sound real.
it's just strange. And then and then what we mentioned earlier, you have this production designer saying, "Oh, everyone's gonna forget his crimes because he acted so well or his performance," and I was like, "That is the most out of touch thing you could have ever fucking said."
Oh,
Like I said, Ezra Miller's gonna pay for that, just as the words coming out of your mouth, because the market is already split.
mm,
Not only do you have Snyder fans that are pissed off that this is the reset button, but you have people that don't want to take their family or don't even want to see themselves
I know.
a alleged criminal playing a hero. But now, as I'm watching, like I told you, the first 45 minutes I was watching it, he didn't come off as charming to me at all because Barry Allen didn't come off as charming because Ezra Miller's offset stuff. It became
It did.
pesky and annoying to me. And the joke with putting the baby in the microwave
Yeah,
just seemed it missed because of the offset, off the screen stuff. And would I have enjoyed it more if Ezra wasn't in trouble? Yeah, I
maybe.
probably would have been fine. Like I probably
Mm,
would have accepted it a lot more, but I had a hard time really separating that. Um, like I said, Robert Downey Jr. back in the day was not the greatest of people, but he
oh,
cleaned himself up, and Ezra Miller, we've yet to see that, and it was hard to me to really separate art and the reality of the situation of things.
mm.
So there was that. Then do you want to keep elaborating? I kind of hijacked that one from you.
Yeah. No, you're good, dude. Um, yeah, the whole. Are we doing the review right now, or are we just still going
Yeah,
off
we
the
talked to
movie?
review. Why not?
Okay.
Then
Yeah, the whole baby scenes. I I can. They copied X-Men when Quicksilver came in. Do you remember that?
yeah.
And he was running through, saving everybody. He had the quiet, relaxing music playing in the back. He
Yeah,
stopped and
sweet dreams are
he was
made
just
of these. Yeah,
pushing the things out of the way, and he was eating shit on the way and doing
yeah.
this. I was like that whole scene
That
is
scene
like
was.
copied from X Men.
Yeah,
But
I can
I
see
mean,
that.
but yeah, Miller's shit pissed everyone off. The reviews I feel really hurt it too.
Yeah,
That their early release shit, everything came back bad. I remember we were sending stuff back and forth. I was like, you know what? We're gonna go see it anyways because Michael Keaton.
yeah,
That's it, right? That was the main reason.
yeah. That's. I think that's where the movie. I felt like the movie aged like wine. Like I thought it got better
It
as the
did.
movie went on.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Keaton I thought was fantastic. When he went against the big dude, that was incredible. Like
Oh
he's
yeah.
flipping over, dude. Keaton, yeah, we saw Keaton's Batman do some cool shit. I'm bummed we didn't get to see the Batmobile move. I was really fucking bummed at that.
Yeah.
But no, I thought Keaton did a great job. The one issue I had, I wish Andy Machete would have just not have fucking said anything. But when the Flash goes into I don't know what you would call it, but when he's able to
Oh,
control
the
time,
quantum spear or whatever the hell it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
The
Not quantum,
CGI
but
was so bad. And he said, he goes, well, it's the perspective through the Flash's eyes, and it looks distorted and everything. And I'm sitting there like, I'm going to call bullshit on that one, because at the end, when all the universes are colliding, you're not looking through the Flash's. The Flash isn't
no,
there, and the CGI is still
you're on
fucking
the outside.
horrible. Yeah, but I felt like, you know what? If the studio decided we're not putting any more money into it because Ezra's a mess, it's probably gonna bomb. I wish they would have at least like distorted it. You know, sure, leave the CGI shitty, but distort it to a point to where like it's not so obvious that it looks like a fucking video game from 2004. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I felt like when I saw
But
Henry
it
Cavill
was. It's horrible.
punching. When I saw him punching like real slow, and it was I'm like, dude, Henry Cavill's just getting CGI'd all over the fucking place. Another movie, they CGI'd
Seriously,
this guy,
man.
and he looks like fucking shit. And
Uh,
excuse me, and it's like, okay, again, Henry Cavill can't win. But it looked like shit. It was it was weird. It reminded me of Spawn, when Spawn came out and he went to hell, and the devil comes out, and it's like yeah, and it looks like hell. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it felt. Cool.
But back then, it was sweet.
Yeah, it was a cool concept. Like, cool. He's in the room, the sphere. You know, he can run backwards, he can run forward and control it. And I was like, cool. They got the visuals completely wrong, I feel.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah, and we're introduced really quick to Dark Flash when he starts hurtling over shit. I was like,
Yeah.
ugh, the fuck is that?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. So, and then to the end, come to find out, like, we went through this whole movie and how he screwed things up. Sasha's Supergirl, I thought, was really good.
I thought she did good.
Insanely underutilized, though. They could have built
No,
more
they
on her.
barely did anything, and they made her look weak.
Yeah.
Granted, I know she was weak in the beginning, but come on, man.
Yeah. Zod was very shallow.
Yeah.
Dude, she went fucking ape shit on Zod. That was cool. But it was kind of that end fight scene. Like, I get they're at a desert, but it looks so fucking cheap. Like the background just looked cheap. Like, we're not gonna spend any money on a background. We'll just have them fight in the desert. It's wide open. Blah, 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 blah,
Well, that's typical DC, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna let it go.
Yeah. So, and then come to the end. He goes back. He lets his mom die. But he doesn't learn anything, because what does he do? He lets his mom die, but then he saves his dad by putting all the fucking tomato cans up top.
I thought the same thing.
It changes the universe anyway. Like, so now you got a new Batman, and I'm like, what the fuck? And dude, I tell you what, that was a scene. That was a scene that was shot much later at the end, because Ezra Miller's face was weird looking. I didn't know if they digitized it or if he was just older. Like it was shot like a couple years later. But if you watch that, his face doesn't look right. It's the same in the movie, but same with the rest of the movie. But anyway, am I being too hard on it?
No,
I don't think so.
Again, this is a $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
They should be putting out good movies, especially like DC. Superman, Batman, Wonder Man. They're all super recognizable superheroes.
Yeah.
They don't screw this up.
Yeah, yeah. And then come to find out, they cut Henry Cavill's cameo. I just read a report, and this is a spoiler. I hope you guys realize. Nick Cage was on fucking set, and they still CGI'd him.
Still CGI'd him.
Still CGI'd him.
Unbelievable.
They CGI'd Supergirl and Superman, Christopher Reeve, Superman, George Reeves, Adam West, so forth and so on. But it looks so fucking bad. It looked like the awkward stares. All it was, they were all silent, and they were just awkward staring at. And I always thought it was really weird how the universe only opens up where the heroes are.
Yeah, right.
Like, so like they're just turning around and it's opening up. Like, it's not, And
Nicolas Cage is.
Yeah.
His flowing hair.
Yeah, and it's all quiet and there's just awkward stares and just brutal CGI.
Yeah.
And and I will stand up for this though. Like people are like all upset, like, oh, it's tasteless to bring the actors back and blah 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 blah, because it's disrespectful. And I'm like, have you motherfuckers seen
No.
Forrest Gump?
No.
You know what I mean? Like Forrest Gump is full of dead celebrities, and they do it better.
Yeah.
In
They actually have
'94.
good CGI.
Yeah, great CGI, and it's like, you guys just finding any reason to get upset. Is the Flash a disaster? No, yes.
I'm gonna go with no.
If the off
49% no.
yeah, if the off the screen issues don't if the off the screen issues don't happen, I feel like the movie performs a lot better, a little more well received. Um, and if the DCEU was restored, it might have done better. But it just proves that this movie, along with Shazam, The
Yeah.
Flash, and Aquaman 2, that's coming out is it this December?
Since December, yeah.
Yeah, they're pointless. So
Well, that's why. I mean, is it? They're gonna spend all this money on marketing and.
I don't think they
Why?
are. I think they're
Why?
just going to let it die. I really think they're going to let it
Seriously.
die because it's June and we don't even have a. Do we have a teaser for Aquaman 2?
I don't even know. I don't think we even do
Yeah.
yet. And teasers usually come out a year before.
Yeah.
You always get that random thing.
Yeah, I think it's going to die. I will say this. Now, and we can end the review right now if you're good with it.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so we'll put a chapter here. The Snyderverse, the DCEU is dead. It's over. No one's going to restore it. Everyone's hoping for Gunn to fail. If Gunn fails, that is not going to restore the Snyderverse. It's done. If Gunn fails, DC will stop releasing movies for years. Years. We won't get anything. So, my message to all the fans that are frustrated, be frustrated, but be healthy about it. You know what I mean? Like, be healthy about it. It's okay. Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Ray Fisher, and Gal Gadot, they all got screwed. They all got screwed. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. WB didn't. And there was no way of saving it. I'm sorry. There's no way of saving it. They burned it to the ground, and the only way we're going to do that, to get it back, get something back, is to start all completely over. And that's what James Gunn, whether you like him or not, you're going to want him to succeed. Because if he does not succeed, it's over. And it's over for a long time.
Yeah.
Growing up, we didn't have Superman movies. Christopher Reeve, his last movie was in 1986. And then we didn't get Superman Returns till 2006. And that didn't succeed. And then we didn't get Man of Steel till 2013. So if Superman Legacy fails in 2025, that's a gap that's a 12-year gap right
you're
there
looking
between
like
two Superman movies.
10 more years before something else.
It'll be another 10 years. And we're all going to be old as fuck.
Yeah.
So you're going to want this to, whether you like it or not, you're going to want it to succeed, because Warner Brothers is not going to sit here and keep putting money into something that failed. It failed. And it's not Zack. I wouldn't say it's Zack Snyder's fault. It was WB. But it's a reality of the situation. It's time to turn over a new leaf. Just be healthy about it. I was bummed. Got to get over it. Got to let it go.
I actually put that in my notes. It's actually a funny thing. I put you can almost say DC is like the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It's the man. We're always saying it's the management issues. It's not the coach. It's not the players.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is the issue.
Yes.
Okay.
Bomb the
And my one of my. I mean, I put a bunch of stuff here. They're inconsistent with everything.
Everything.
Their leadership has completely fallen down. No, they don't know who the hell to put in charge. They fire them. Oh, 2 years later, we'll fire you, hire someone new. You know, their storytelling's just scattered as hell.
Mm-hmm.
What happened here? Why would you do this to that character? How would you explain this coincidence? You know, like DC put too many characters in the 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 bowl like right away,
Right.
and they spent most of their time trying to stretch these characters out, and it didn't work. You needed like solo movies first, man,
Yeah.
and
That's what,
and
Marvel didn't
uh,
release perfect movies.
no,
Thor Dark World was rough. Iron Man
I didn't
2
care
was
for. I mean,
rough.
that was okay, but I didn't care for it. Yeah,
Right. Iron Man 3 was rough. They weren't solid but they stuck with the plan. They
yeah,
stuck with it. They were patient. They didn't go, "Whoa, this didn't work." And just
and
scatter everything. And that's
yeah.
exactly what happened. They scattered it all. There was no plan. And I was in
And
denial at the beginning, but
one thing I feel DC really failed on and Marvel succeeded. DC is competing with themselves as far as the TV shows and movies. You got
yes.
two different universes going on where Marvel connects the TV shows with the movies.
Right.
You
Right.
completely abolished the freaking Arrowverse, and I was so pissed about that because all the storylines they had were actually pretty damn good
Yeah.
storylines.
And that's what James Gunn is doing. James Gunn said the movies, TV shows, video games are
They
all going to
all need
be
to tie in.
interconnected and tied in because you're absolutely right. People, now, guys, comic book fans, comic book movie fans, you got to realize you're not the only people. You might be the most outspoken people, but you don't carry a franchise. It's the Joe
No.
Schmo, Joe the plumber type people taking their families out and watching this stuff, and they're not reading up about it on Facebook. They're not reading up about it on Twitter. They're not worried about this. They want good movies to go see. And it's the general audience that are naive to the whole situation. Look at Avatar. Look at what Avatar is doing. $2 billion, and it's not because there's a single group of release the Avatar verse type people. It's the general audience. You need that general audience. So
Yes.
you bombing shit, the toxic behavior is not gonna carry it. It's not gonna heal it. So find a way to cope. You know,
Yeah,
we
for
can't
sure.
we can't control it. And if you feel like you control it, there's no way. You can't. I'm sorry. You got the Zack Snyder's Justice League out. That's probably as far as you're gonna get.
Hmm.
You're not gonna be able to control everything. They've decided this. They're gonna invest in it, and that's that.
Yeah. Put
So
it this way, just to prove like Warner Brothers is the issue and whatnot. Why did the Batman and Joker movies do so good?
they didn't interfere.
They just let it
They
go.
let it roll.
Just
No interference.
no tank in there in those two.
No, no. In fact, they were
And they're
great. In
awesome.
fact, after that, I was like, wow, maybe DC should just focus on individual movies instead of trying to do the shared universe.
Yeah.
And they sat
Well,
there, they're like, yeah, we don't want to copy Marvel. Why the fuck not? That formula has worked very well.
yeah. People aren't going to be pissed about it.
No,
We just want movies to be like, oh, these movies are awesome.
yeah,
No
folks.
one's going to be pissed.
Yeah, I remember the Russo brothers were talking after the 2017 Justice League came out, and DC was in shambles, and they were like, what would be the advice you would give DC? He goes, it's funny. I would give the advice that Batman gave the Flash in the movie: save one, and then you can save
There
the
you go.
rest. Focus
There
on
you go.
something, do it right, and then you can build off of that.
Hmm.
And they did it with Aquaman, and then they went off again. They just went off the fucking deep end. I thought they were,
Like
Shazam
normal.
did well, and then yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't
Yeah,
understand what
it's
WB was
ridiculous.
doing. So, you know, to just say it again, guys, if you want DC to flourish, forget about these. Let the DCEU die right now. Euthanize it. Let it lie where it was. Watch it when you want to watch it, but turn over a new stone. DCU is
Hmm.
starting well, technically with Blue Beetle. I don't
Yep.
I don't I'm probably gonna leapfrog
That'll
that
be the
one.
beginning, right? It's gonna be one of the
Yeah, it's
beginnings,
going
the
to be
stepping
one of the
stone.
beginnings, but the first DCU movie will be Superman Legacy.
Yeah,
Jump
which leads
jump on the
into
train.
something I wanted to bring up
Sure.
with Superman Legacy. So I was researching them quite a bit, and I've already read up on a handful of their crew. Dude, get this, man. I mean, I know you know majority of these. Peter Safran,
Yep.
he's going to be the main producer. He worked on Shazam, Peacemaker, the Suicide Squad, Aquaman. He worked on the Conjurings and the Annabelle series too. So it's
Yo.
like this stuff it's going to be in this. He's worked on the Joker. He's going to be in Batman 2, the Batman 2. And then obviously Superman Legacy. He also has in the future an untitled Superman movie or show. It doesn't really say. Lanterns, Swamp Thing,
Yes. Dude, how can you not be
and
excited?
and then the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So all this is in the future for just him. Uh, Executive producer Charles Roven. He worked on Oppenheimer, both Suicide Squads, Zack Snyder's Justice League, both Wonder Woman's, Batman, Superman, Man of Steel, all three Dark Knight movies.
Yo.
Dude.
How can no one be excited for this? Like, it's not Zack Snyder. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Zack Snyder's putting forth more support to
Yeah.
this. He's done. This
The
could be really cool.
visual effects.
Yeah.
This dude, Stefan, was that Surti? I think it is. Stefan Surti. All three Guardians.
There you go.
He worked on the Eternals, Avengers, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, the Thor. He pretty much worked on all the Marvel movies.
Right.
It's the Silent Hill movies.
There you go.
Harry Potter movies, Batman Begins, The Matrix.
Yeah.
He's worked on all these. So the CGI and shit's got to be good.
You're right, right.
There's no way you're gonna fail there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cinematographer, Henry Barham, I think it is Barham or some Braham. The Flash, all the Guardians, the Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
and then out of the comic area, but Legend of Tarzan and the Maleficent movies.
Cool.
He's shot all these, so it looks super promising.
Yes.
For this.
Yeah. It should be.
Like we were saying earlier, you're gonna have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's like,
and you know what? Like right now, it was a good. It wasn't a good run. It was a rough run. Everyone stuck by it. You guys had the support. Through the highs and the lows. And I'll tell you what, WB is lucky to have those hardcore fans for Zach on what was going through and what they put the fans through. And you should be, healthily upset. But let's just throw a cheers up to Mr. Henry Cavill,
yeah.
Ben Affleck,
Thank you.
Jason
Thank you for the
Momoa,
good times.
Gal Gadot, Ezra, whatever. Sure.
It was good
But yeah,
though.
I hope they succeed, and they will. All right.
For sure.
So, shall we move on?
Let's go.
That's all I got to say about that.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to our first album review. It is Avenged Sevenfold's "Life Is But a Dream." A couple weeks late to the party, but like we mentioned earlier, wanna give a listen to an album, like a real good saturated listen to the album before you give a review. Knee jerk reactions are easy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, "Life Is But a Dream." This is the description of the album that they had put out. "Life Is But a Dream" is an album by Avenged Sevenfold that tackles life's biggest questions. The album is a journey through an existential crisis, exploring the meaning, purpose, and value of human existence with the anxiety of death always looming. The album is a departure from the band's past works and has been criticized for its lack of cohesion and direction. However, it has also been praised for its psychedelic and experimental sound.
Oh hell yeah, it does.
Yeah. Before I say anything on it, like when my brother read that first half came out about what the album was about. Before we even, or it was after Nobody was released, and I remember Nobody was released. I was like, oh shit! And I was at work, and it just started at break time, and I pressed play on it, and that and I stopped it, and I texted my brother. I said, Eric, the new Avenged Sevenfold came out. You need to listen to it. And then I sent it to you,
Yep.
and I was like, what was that sound? And then I heard the whole song, and my first listen, I was like, what the fuck did I just listen to? Like, what was that?
That's what you told me. Like, dude, you got to listen to it with something with good speakers, and you got to turn it up. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll be damned.
I listened to it in my truck, and I was like,
damned if anyone listened to
whoa.
that on a phone first.
No.
So I was like, wow, that's different. And everyone's reaction was just like, whoa. Like, Avenged Sevenfold's been gone for 5 years. What the hell was that? Because it was very experimental. Like, when I first thought, I was like, dude, it was like Korn meets Pink Floyd meets Avenged Sevenfold.
Definitely Pink Floyd.
Yeah, like nobody. Like, it was weird. There's horns, there's trumpets. Well, a trumpet is a horn. The violin and the solo is not in the middle, it's at the end. It's just weird, and the music video to go along with it was even, was trippy.
I had to watch that afterwards because I seen it playing on my phone when I was listening through my truck, and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. Yeah, because what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. So then my brother crazy. Calls me after work. He goes, Ryan, can you make a pact with me and not listen to anything they release until the album comes out? You come over, and we're gonna do some stuff and listen to it. I said, deal. We'll do that. Deal. Fine. Sure. Whatever. Because we're afraid, nothing more. As much as I love them, when Spirits came out, they released like the first half of the album, like the first 4 or 5 songs, which I love. I love the whole album. But like when the album finally came out, and I was like, okay, I can skip to number 5 now because I wanted to hear the new stuff. And I was like, okay, deal. We'll do that. So we listened to it. It was as hard as it was. And I'll get to when we're going to go track by track. I'll wait till we get to Cosmic, and I'll tell you how that experience went. So let's start off with the album Game Over. Your thoughts?
Game Over. So the opening, that Spanish style acoustic, Bring. I was like, what the hell is this, dude? Yeah. Like, oh shit, and then the song hits. Boom. And you're like, whoa, okay, there it is. Like, that threw me around,
I was like, oh, I couldn't catch up.
So that song actually is actually one of my favorites on this album. I was like, dude, this song's freaking sweet. So yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was pretty good.
Definitely a kick in the mouth. Like you said, it starts off with one of the slowest intros Avenged Sevenfold has ever had. And like you said, it's like, it might be like Spanish, like a Spanish song. Yeah. Or a Mexican song, whatever. I was like, wow. And then, and then the verse, I was like, System of a Down. That's
the same thing I thought about, dude.
And
same
I'm like,
thing.
Holy crap. And, the song goes through, like, valley, like, quick, a good bridge, and then it ends. But the song's intense. And, the song's pretty much cool. About how, like, the guy's living through life, and he's like, oh, this is it. He's listing off all these things. I couldn't help but to laugh at threesome. When he says threesome, I was like, did he just fucking say threesome? And
some weird shit they go off in these albums,
but it's a whole list of things that this person is like, oh, this is it. This is all I got. This is what life is, and kind of. I'm assuming he felt underwhelmed, so to say.
Yeah, probably.
So
I can go with that. Yeah, you kind of did.
Yeah.
I see that
so
now.
First track starts off solid. I was like, okay, that's Avenged. That's an Avenged Sevenfold song, and then Mattel starts. This is when I knew we were in for something like pretty special, because the guitar was awesome, the verse was cool, but the one thing I mentioned to my brother when we were listening to it, the chorus starts off with such a violent, you know, boom, it's like a crash when the chorus starts, and it's like, holy shit. And it, you know, it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like he's singing over like a megaphone. And one of the greatest bridges I've ever heard in any
Oh,
song.
dude,
Because the chorus starts
it was
off, "No, I
it was
know
killer.
it might seem crazy," and all of a sudden it's like, and I was like, "Holy
Yeah,
shit!"
yeah, they went crazy on
Yes,
that.
I looked at my brother.
They
I'm
did,
like,
huh?
"You hearing this fucking shit? Like, this is intense." And this is one of the songs that a lot of people have said. Like, even the people that aren't a fan of the album, they're like, "Mattel's dope." Like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's actually my favorite.
yeah, yeah.
So
Mattel
one,
is
two,
is
three, four,
awesome, but
five,
you know,
six,
it seems
seven.
like it's a song that kind of plays on the Nobody video. You know, I've smelled the plastic daisies. If you notice in the Nobody video, when he gets dropped off and everything's fake, you know, he flips the daisies over or the flowers over, and it's a barcode on it. You know, just pretty
Mm-hmm.
much living in a plastic world. You know, fake shit everywhere, and you know, whatever. So then, you know, like the first two songs we're listening, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this started off fucking strong. And then we dip into Nobody, which we pretty
Yep,
much covered already. And
we already covered that.
yeah, come to find out, that's a song about M Shadows and Sinister Gates had a DMT experience,
Mm.
and pretty much had they call it an ego shattering moment. And yeah, that's what the song's about. Like, you just feel like
I could
nobody,
see
you know, he's
that.
escaped. Lyrics, I think, are
Mm-hmm.
fucking incredible. Um, the mix is very good. The solo is amazing. Sinister Gates he is what he is. You know, you can't
Mm-hmm.
deny him. But
I liked it. No, that was a good one.
yeah, it was a different listen. And come to find out, like, that's the sound of a guitar is just nuts. That's when you know, like, the engineering on this album or the songs and the adjustments is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Nobody, solid single, weird single. And then the next single, We Love You. We
Yeah.
thought my brother thought the intro was skipping because
Oh.
we are, you know, and I'm like, but the music's not. So it come to find out it was on purpose, and it's
Whoa.
such a weird intro. Then all of a sudden, the doom 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 doom. It's like, oh, what the fuck is this? More power, and I was like, oh my god. And all the shit he's listing off, I'm like, you ever see the movie They Live?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Build power. Like, it was just a kind of like demands and
Okay.
building and
Yeah. I can see
yeah, and it
that.
was just like, dude. I remember watching Joe Rogan's podcast. I forgot who was the guest, but they were talking. He was talking like he goes, "You notice how humans just build? All we do is build, 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 build. We're good at building." And then they started talking about AI, which we'll get into later. And he's like, "It's like we're the sex organs for the AI." Um, you know, the AI robots. Like, we will build and design and create this thing. And
Wow.
yeah, and that's what made me think. Like, I thought of They Live, and I thought of that podcast episode. I'll try and find it, and I'll post it on the Facebook page. But I was like, dude, that's fucking trippy. But definitely one of the most unique sounding songs, like, genre. Like, they have what
Mm-hmm.
weird, like, "Ooh, we love you," just to smash into some fucking death metal. Oh, to the bar. Dude, it scared the shit out of me the first time I heard it. I was like, oh! And then just a minute and a half. People that don't like the song love that minute and a half in the middle where it's just thrashing, you know, back to their, like, old days, you know?
Oh yeah. 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 They I did like the song. I didn't really. It's not in my top, but they really catered these songs for like psychedelic
Yeah,
drugs. You know,
absolutely.
like it's just like you guys have to do this first,
Yeah,
and then listen to
yeah,
us, because you're gonna be like, what the
yeah.
fuck is going
So the
on?
album comes with a pack of mushrooms that you can, you know,
Insert here. Oh,
yeah.
come
God, and then
on.
to me, and I got a funny song to this. The next song that everyone seems to be talking about, above all, I see the most is Cosmic.
Yeah, that's actually the most viewed on
Oh, I
YouTube too.
believe it.
Yeah,
Amazing song. It starts
I love
off.
it.
It's crazy because, like, he gets a guitar to almost sound like an organ. ring, but it's a guitar, and they said it's a guitar, and it's funny because like the synthesized moments in Mattel are a fucking guitar.
Yeah. Oh, towards the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
So Cosmic,
God, it's fucking
dude,
crazy.
I'm listening to this song, and it's a full moon that night.
Oh
I
yeah.
am gone. Like I know what's going on, but it gets to the end, or towards the end of the song. I tell you what, you guys got to listen to the song, and at the 5 minute and 9 second mark, you just feel like this euphoric state of flight. And I'm sitting there staring at the moon, mouth open.
Oh no.
Dude, I'm just looking, and I
Uh,
hear it's my brother and two of his friends, and my brother has a dog, and I'm just watching, and I hear, "What you looking at, boy?" And I figured the guy was talking to my brother's dog, and I'm just staring. He goes, "Boy, what you looking at?" And I look over like slowly, and they're all three looking at me, and I was like, "I thought I was flying." I was like, "Dude, I thought I was flying," and
oh,
I was
dude.
like, I like snapped out of it. I'm like, "Are you guys hearing this fucking song?" And my brother's on the same page as I am. He's like, "This shit's incredible." And I was like, "Yes, this song is nuts." And it was funny. Like later on, there was another video my brother sent me, and it was all a sample of the tracks, and Cosmic was flight. The guy was flying, like
Oh no
floating.
way.
And then the video I sent you, where they put it with Doctor Strange, and it was that part of the song, and I'm like, wow. For some reason, a lot of people are tying flight or elevation or anything like that with that part of the song. And I thought that was so
Uh
weird. Like, dude, I thought I was like flying through the skies, and it's a cool subject from what
yeah.
I get to it. He talks about, it just seems like, I don't know if it's like people being born again, and he's after a loved one. He describes stages in history at the end. If you notice, like, when Rose is born again, there you'll find me. And it keeps going and adding on, and it gets going to the future. And I'm wondering, I'm like, is he talking about, what's the word I'm looking for? What is it? You die and come back. You die and come back.
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation. Like, I was like, is he talking about that? So, I
Yeah.
mean, I love songs that you can perceive on your own, and
Mm.
it could mean several things, but man,
Yeah.
that fucking song threw me through a loop. threw me through a loop
That
that
song
night.
reminds me a little bit of like Pink Floyd and stuff.
Yeah,
Like it's real slow in the beginning. It's just going. Actually, the whole song is just kind of chill.
yeah.
Just like, yeah, this is
The
sweet, man.
drumming at the end. Dude,
Oh god.
Wackerman is fucking insane, but he's insane on this whole album. But yeah, that song, whew, whew,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. I like that one a lot.
Beautiful Morning. That next song.
This is probably my favorite.
The bridge.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was
this song's
like I said,
awesome.
I was a little ripped at the moment when it starts off dark. It starts. Even the chorus is dark. You walk on water, water swallows you, and it's just eerie. It's an eerie song, and all of a sudden you're in a fucking Beatles song in the middle. Like it reminded me of the Beatles. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day. And I was like, I looked at my brother. I'm like,
It's just
this is the
sweet.
coolest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Like it reminded me of like someone that went on a fucking, they're having a shit day. They just escaped a little bit with some, I don't know, drugs, whatever, some euphoric state.
Lemonade.
Yeah, some euphoric state. Like, yeah, everything's cool, and then it kicks back in. Like, I was like, holy shit, what a change up right there. So that's probably your favorite song.
Probably. Yeah. It just how like in the towards the middle, it's like when he starts singing, it's a beautiful morning. It's like all gets
Yeah,
quiet and relaxing. You're just like, Damn, man.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Then it just slowly starts building back up, and
yep. It's
it's
so out of
it's a cool.
place. It's just so crazy they can have like
Yeah.
a dark, grungy, eerie song, and then just have such a euphoric, happy
Mm. Yeah,
bridge
it was
right in the
cool.
middle of it. So,
Yeah.
and then easier happens. Your thoughts, Brandon?
Well, I like the riffs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty sweet. Um, that's all I had on there. I don't think I finished that one.
See, you and I haven't talked about this. That song is a fucking love letter to '90s grunge. The
Yeah.
beginning,
Okay. Well, it's on my
I hear
favorites.
Soundgarden and Stone Temple Pilots, and then in the bridge, I hear the bridge and the end is Pearl Jam. Do do
Mm.
do do
Oh,
do do
dude.
do. Yeah,
Okay.
I was like,
I like
holy
that.
crap! And I told my brother, I'm like, this is a love letter to the grunge era because I sat through the whole song. I'm like, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, and then and then once that bridge hit, and they're hitting those clean. Yeah, it reminded me of Pearl Jam. Yellow? Is it Yellow? No, not that's not the song. What the fuck song am I thinking of? Um, yeah, God damn it.
I'm lost. The beginning of the song is cool. It's just
Yeah,
how it's like
Yellow Ledbetter. Yeah.
easier.
Oh, I couldn't think of the song. Yellow Ledbetter. It just reminded me of that. But yeah, it just felt like that was like a love letter to like '90s grunge for sure.
I can definitely hear it now. The AFG said
Yeah,
that.
listen to it again, and yeah,
Oh,
still I thought it was a great song.
yeah.
Um, really weird chorus with the use of apparently there's a reason behind they use robot the robot voice.
Mm,
It's easier to just let it go, and it's got this weird effect on his voice.
yeah.
Just another experimental thing, but I think it's another
Yeah.
solid one. I could see maybe like this is where the part where a lot of people the album starts falling off for some. Not for me though. Like not for me at all.
I mean, I liked Easy. I liked the whole song. I thought that
Yeah.
song was pretty sweet.
So
So,
then we get into
oh,
God, which starts with G.
it's G.
Man, when that first started,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, you know what? The chorus started, but when the woman started singing, I was like, God damn, why do I think of Jack White? I thought of Jack White when it started. Like the chorus was kind of catchy and bluesy and whatever, but it turns out the song is just God going, man, what the hell did I do? Humans are not
I
working
guess I really
out.
didn't think of Jack White in it.
For some reason, I just thought of
'Cause
Jack White,
it's
like a Primus Jack
okay.
White, weird, just a
Huh.
kind of like a weird sound, weird song,
Okay.
catchy.
Yeah.
Um,
This was different.
yes,
And
this one is very
and
different.
another weird thing, I actually really liked it.
Yeah,
So it's
I enjoyed the shit out of it. I love this song because it was so different. Mm.
no, that was
Mm.
cool. When he got real low in the middle,
Yeah, yeah,
that was
yeah.
cool.
So then, Ordinary. This is when, like, dude, it's like a dance song. I was sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, all right. It's a little more calm and popish.
Yeah, it's kind of like not disco-y, but I
You could
guess
almost
popish.
call it
Yeah,
disco-y, yeah.
yeah. It's like just kind of had that like.
But
Yeah,
then
all right, cool.
I loved it. It fit with what they were trying to do. It's a robot begging for a soul.
I am gonna go with like disco-y because now I'm thinking about it more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it that's like kind of.
Yeah, like you can't sit there and not like move your shoulders while listening to it.
Yeah.
Like it's probably a song where you're in the corner and the song comes on and that's the one that makes you start bobbing your head and moving a little.
Okay.
Um,
But I tell you what, towards the end of the song though, when it's like phasing into death,
yeah,
like it was like building up. That I was just like, whoa, what's going on? Like,
yeah,
and then
it
just
sounds
boom.
like a car speeding up.
Yeah.
Eh,
That was kind of
yeah,
cool though.
and then death happens.
Yeah,
Another
it
genre
just
we're
starts
visiting.
off so interesting.
Yeah, if Frank
It's
Sinatra
just
wanted to
like
kill
a
himself,
fucking
this is it.
sitcom. Like a yeah, it's just like I actually thought at first I was like, "This the right song?
Yeah,
Like the hell is
in
this?"
my
But
dream.
knowing everything of this album, I'm like, "This is probably the right song
Right,
because
right.
it's different. This is not right now, but it's probably the right
Yeah,
one."
it was
And then
crazy.
once he starts singing, you're like, "Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
him."
it
Yeah.
was like a send off, kind of a melodramatic Frank Sinatra type. This is
Mm-hmm.
over. I mean,
Chill.
if you listen to the lyrics, they're dark as fuck. I mean, he's pretty much talking about going to the roof and jumping off, and that's it. And I was like,
Yeah,
holy shit, like that. Like I was listening to
yeah,
lyrics, like this is fucking dark.
yeah.
Um,
The chill song, and then towards the end, they had like the tuba or not tuba, but
yeah,
I don't know, one of the
there was
bigger
a
brass instruments coming in. You're like, "Whoa, what
yeah,
the hell? You got an orchestra
yes,
now?
there was a
Like, what the hell's going
70
on?"
plus piece orchestra on this album.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Well, definitely can hear
yeah,
it
they
in that.
recorded it. You know who John Williams is, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they recorded it at his
Oh,
studio.
come on,
Yeah,
man,
real cool. So
man.
then we move on to Life is But a Dream. And apparently this is just a
But a
piano song that Sinister
dream.
Gates initially wrote for M. Shadow's first son.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit.
yep. And honestly, it's a nice send off. It felt like a
Life is
prologue,
but a
like okay, the album
dream.
ended at death, but here's something to kind of send you off
And it just
and end it, and
and that just kind of fades
yeah,
away.
it fades off. Is it for everyone? Probably not. Um, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. So there's our track by track.
That
But
was
Brandon,
cool.
how do you feel about the whole
So,
album?
so it's definitely not a normal album of theirs, and I'll give them props for trying something new and out of the box. And I liked it.
Yeah,
I did like it.
yeah. The way I feel is they warned us. It's gonna be dear. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be different. So I was ready for that. And when I was listening
Mm,
to it, I could see, Avenged Sevenfold. When you think of Avenged Sevenfold, you think of the dueling guitars. You think of fast drumming, fantastic drumming. You just think of heavy stuff. But I think this was a good reset button to where the Rev, the drummer, actually used to write a lot of their songs. And he had this
mm,
band called Pinkly Smooth that was weird as fuck, but it was awesome. And I think they went back and revisited that, and they found out how to make some weird stuff without the Rev. Um, and I really think they wanted to peel back the label issue, not the label
okay.
issue, but they just wanted to come out and make what they wanted to make, whether it was hard rock, whether it was experimental, whether it was grunge, whether it was fucking Sinatra type music. It was very different type of approach, and a lot of people who like the gatekeepers are not going to like this album. Gatekeepers, I mean, oh, that's not metal, or that's not rock, or
Oh
that's
yeah,
not
but
this, or
that's
that's not
not
that.
revenge. It's not.
You
Yeah,
gotta go in.
whatever.
You have to go in, and it's not for everyone. You gotta go in with an open mind, and you can appreciate it. You don't have to like it, but for me personally, I was very satisfied with this album, like super satisfied. I was blown away by it. It was nice to have something different. It was nice to have something new, and it was actually like really like new. I'm glad they didn't repeat themselves through all their albums: "Sounding the Seventh Trumpet," "Waking the Fallen," "City of Evil," um, self-titled, "Nightmare," "Hail to the King," and "The Stage." Every single album is different. And then to this one, "Life is But a Dream," every single one is different. So I don't know why it
Hmm.
was a surprise to a lot of people. Like the experimental stuff's been existent through a lot of their albums, with Unbound, "A Little Piece of Heaven," "Sidewinder" was interesting on one of their out on "City of Evil." They've always had that really weird they always had that sound where like these guys could really branch off and do something different, and I just think they really went for it. And for me, I think they succeeded like big time.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure.
So yeah, because the album was so different. I'm like, I can't give a review to this and give it justice without being able to dive a little deeper on it or like understand it. Because yeah, I enjoyed it, and I think a lot of people should give it a chance. So
yeah, no, if you like rock music and you just want to hear some pretty crazy shit,
yeah,
you'll definitely enjoy it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like Limp Bizkit's last album still sucks. Their album ends on a pop song, and I was like, this is one of the best songs on the album. But a lot of people, the gatekeepers and the metalheads are fuck that.
That's not new metal.
But it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast, nature of the fans, nature of critics and whatever. But this album, I would definitely put this. I would suggest this to anyone. Fantastic album, great work. They should be proud.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we made our case. Over. So what do you think, man? Should we wrap this long fucking episode up?
Yeah, I think it's time.
All right. It's past my bedtime. And my wife warned me I got to go get shocked for the pool, so we made it full circle with the pool shit.
Nice.
So, yeah, so we're going to wrap back around to some turtle stuff next episode.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to have a turtle out show.
Yeah.
It's going to be sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I was like really excited about it. And then we decided to go with the DCEU stuff. And I was like, okay, let's do this one first. That's good too.
Being a little bit behind recording, do it once a week. I was like, yeah, we got to hop on this now. So.
Yeah. But it was good. No, I was happy. So.
All right, well.
Tune in next week for turtles.
Yeah, I like turtles. All right.
There's a red-eared painted turtle, and they got a red-eared flatted turtle.
Yeah. Well, all right. To all those who are listening, thank you for listening. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube. Please subscribe.
All right.
And we got the Instagram thing going. So spread us around, like-minded people. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know we ran a little bit long today, but a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing this. So like, subscribe, do what you can, get us out there.
All right. Till next time, my friends.
See you later.